Hello, friend. Michele Peterson here, Coach Michele Peterson, and today we are talking about how to know when it's time to leave work for the day. Grab your cup of coffee, your tea, your water, whatever it is that you are drinking right now. Take yourself a little break and settle in for a chat. I would love to see you, whether you are here live with me, whether you are here on the replay. I so appreciate you joining me and spending some time with me. By the way, go ahead and drop me a hello or a wave if you're here live, or if you're on the replay. I will be notified. I love to see who is watching. So thank you so very much for being here with me. Now, this idea of knowing when to walk away from your work for the day, saying you're done for the day, it's a little challenging when we're working from home. Would you agree? Because when you are at an office, you're kind of at the mercy of the office schedule, right? So you have a set time that you're supposed to clock in. Most of the time, you have this time that you're supposed to clock in, a time that you're supposed to take lunch, a time when you are done for the day. The office closes, you're done for the day. It's a little different though when you're working from home and you are in control, when you are in complete control of your own schedule. It can be a little bit more challenging. And I'm here to tell you, we typically, a lot of people will say, you don't get as much done because there's all these distractions. It's so easy to, go do laundry or clean your house or whatever. I have found the opposite is true. It is easy to just keep working and not set those boundaries and not have that balance because, I'm one who I love what I do. I get excited about what I do and I just want to keep going. So it can be challenging to intentionally say, okay, it is time to stop. So if this is you too, I have some suggestions for you. I have some tips for you. And here they are. So there's a couple of different ways that you can trigger that it is time to stop working for the day. And one is if you have yourself a to-do list. And I'm not talking about like your brain dump, everything that you could do this day. I'm talking about the things maybe that are deadlines, maybe things that just you have decided need to be done this day. And it should be a very short list, by the way. So if you have your key priorities, your things that you must get done today, and you have that to-do list, if you can, so then one strategy is you can say that you are done for the day when you have checked everything off of that list. Like I say, it is probably not the everything that you have to do. Everything should never be on your daily to-do list. This is your daily, most important things that are on deadline, things that must be done today, that list. When you are done with that list, this is one strategy. Then you can say, okay, it's time to stop. I'm done for today. I'll make my to-do list for tomorrow. Those things will get done tomorrow. Another strategy is truly, like if you are at an office, to treat your workday at home the same kind of way. And when it's 5 o'clock, when it's 5:30, when it's 6 o'clock, when it's 4 o'clock, whatever time it is that you have said, I'm working until this, these are my working hours. And then you are diligent and you say, okay, here it is. It's this time. I'm done for today, no matter where I am in my work. So that's strategy number 2, is just the time. The time itself is what triggers it. Now, another trigger could be your energy. And, if you decide, I'm just going to work until I'm just tired and I cannot work anymore, I'm not saying that this is the best strategy. It is a strategy. Now, the problem with that is if you're like me, you don't get tired, until you're really tired. And really, if you work until you're really tired, are you really enjoying the rest of your day, the rest of your life? No. You need to maintain some of that energy for your life outside of work. We need to have one, right? So I'm not a proponent of this strategy. However, it is a strategy. So I just thought I would throw it out there. Now, the other thing is and I'm going to say there are 4 strategies. And actually, I found these from an article that was in Life Hacker. It was originally published on LinkedIn by this person, Julianne Gordon. So these are his tips that I just liked. I found them, I liked them, so I'm sharing them. Now, the 4th tip that he suggests, and which I like a lot, is you're triggered to stop when you feel proud of what you have accomplished for the day. So this one, it kind of marries with the daily to-do list. However, it gives you grace that if you haven't checked off everything that's on that list, for whatever reason, we know things come up, right? Things need to be adjusted. This gives you grace that even though you have not checked everything off, you still can feel very proud of what you've accomplished that day. And it's time to stop. So I find that I kind of do a combination of all of these. There are days when my energy is just really low, and I sometimes stop working at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I know I am not producing quality work at that point, right? It is better for me to say, I am ending my day early. I am going to go rest. I'm going to go walk the dogs. I am going to go pull some weeds out in the garden. I am going to go bake. I'm going to go, whatever it is that I'm going to go do, I'm going to walk away from work and I'm going to go do something else that I love to do. Now, interesting part about that is sometimes when I go walk the dog or when I go pull those weeds or when I go do whatever, I get this, I'm re-energized and I get this extra burst of energy. So sometimes, even though I have said I'm quitting work now here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes that I will come back to work at like say 4 o'clock, 4:30, and I will have a couple, I will put in some more productive time. Again, the beauty of working from home and being in control of your own schedule, right? So sometimes I will do that. Other times I will, and most of the time my strategy is the to-do list and the proud of my accomplishments. So if I've done work that I'm proud of, I may not have finished all of my to-do, but I've done most of it, and I can take the take the next one and put it onto the next day or the next 2, however many's left, and put those onto the next day without harming any, deadlines or productivity or anything, without, it's, not as an excuse, not as a procrastination, but as truly just saying, I'm done for the day. Then I will do that. Once in a while, I have just worked all the way up until my husband texts me and says, I'm on my way home. And so that I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm done and let's go start dinner, right? So sometimes it is more of like a time trigger, or in this case, a text trigger from my husband saying, hey, it's time to stop. And whatever else that you didn't get done today needs to just go on to the next day. So I am very curious, though, to see what triggers do you use to tell you when it is time to be done for the day, when it's time to walk away. Because here's the thing, we as working from home women, we really need to be intentional about this. Be intentional about turning off the computer, walking away, being done, moving on to the next area of our life to enjoy the rest of our life, right? So this is I think something that a lot of us struggle with. It's a challenge. And I would love to hear what you have found works for you. And if it is still a challenge, what you are trying, right? Because I've told you this, right? It is a work in progress. I am a work in progress. And as I've just shared, sometimes, it's kind of a mix of things with me. So it's not ever one specific thing that it's just a set in stone kind of rule for me. Because I think that's the best thing about working from home, is because it doesn't have to be set in stone. We are fluid. We can do things that work for us today. It may be different tomorrow. It may be different next week. And that really is the beauty of it. So I would love for you to drop me a comment and tell me what it is that is your trigger, how you know it is time to be done for the day. If you have found this helpful, which I hope you have, I would love it if you would share this with other people who would also find it helpful. And if you are not subscribed to my free weekly newsletter, I sure would hope that you would. The link is always in my bio. I will drop it into a comment as well. So please, 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 let's stay connected. It's free. I give you tips like this. Actually, this was in this last weekend's newsletter. They come out on Sundays. And, I think, I've had some good response. People are finding it helpful. People are finding my newsletter useful, helpful, valuable. I share some tips and some insights and some affirmations and just a little bit of everything. So I would love it if you would join me, if you would link arms with me and join my tribe, and so that we can succeed from working from home together. Life is so much better together. Don't you agree? That is what I have for you today. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.